Everybody, checking in. Just left my first 1 week post-op appointment. Dr. Cenero seemed very pleased with everything. I did express to him what a hard time I was having mentally, and how battling my food addiction is really, really hard. Of course, he asked me, he was like, "Did you cheat?" And I was like, "No, I have not cheated." And my husband was there to back me up on that. But yeah, I have not cheated. So even though it's been incredibly hard, yesterday was a really bad day. I had a really bad, depressed, emotional breakdown yesterday. Just being around all the food during Christmas and not being able to eat, and it just all got to me, and I'm just so sick of drinking. I'm sick of drinking liquids. I just want food. And he told me he understands that all of his patients go through this. You just want something. And he was encouraging me just to hang in there, because it'll be here soon when I get to start having some soft food. Thank God. So my stats, let's get into that. So I am 5'7". I used to be 5'8", but I am now 5'7". And my highest weight in August of 2017 was 395 pounds. My consultation weight with my first consultation with Dr. Cenero, I was 391 pounds. And today, after a 2-week liquid diet and after the surgery and the liquid diet since then, I am now down to 360. So that is a weight loss of 35 pounds, something like that.
35.
Yeah, Anthony has to tell me.
35.
Yeah, so I've lost 35 pounds, and that's pretty much been within a month since I started the liquid diet. So it's crazy for me to say this, but I wish it were more, but it is what it is. It just seems like with all of the anguish over the liquids that it should have been more, but it didn't go on overnight, so it's not going to come off overnight. So I guess I should just be proud of what I've been able to do. This is the quickest I've ever lost weight, and it's the most weight that I've ever lost. So that's impressive for me. I still sometimes worry that I'm going to be the person that this surgery isn't going to work for, and that I'm not going to lose to the weight that I want to lose. And, I might top out at like 70 or 90 pounds and my body just be like, "Nope, we're done. Thanks for trying." Hopefully that doesn't happen. He thinks that a good weight for me would be 150 pounds. I seriously doubt that's ever going to happen, but we'll see. And so, yeah, I've got 2 more weeks of liquids. I will be off this week, and I will be off next week, and then I'll get to go back to work. And I'm ready to go back to work. I was actually going to ask him if I could just go back next week, but I forgot, and I didn't feel like going back. So yeah, it's just going to be what it is, and I have some other doctor's appointments to take care of next week, so might as well just take that 3rd week. Just give everybody in the office something else to do while I'm gone, because they can do that week of projects for me. And I'm kind of afraid to look at my work email. I checked it last Friday, and just being out 5 days, already had about 150 emails. So yeah, don't really want to see what it looks like now. they did take my staples out today, and unfortunately my stomach feels like it's on fire right now because the Band-Aids that I was putting on over the incisions started to irritate my skin, and now my skin is bleeding from the Band-Aid adhesive. So they had to put some Neosporin, and then they had to put some Steri strips on some of them that had stayed a little wet. Like after I would shower, I couldn't really get in there and get them dry because I didn't know that I could take the big bandages off yet. So they went ahead and they said they looked good, so they took the staples out and then put some Steri strips over those. And my others, just everything looked fine and no more staples, but my stomach and around my incisions have been itching so extremely bad. Last night I had to take some Benadryl just because the itching was so bad. Hopefully now that the staples are out and the wounds are able to heal a little bit more and breathe, they won't itch as bad is what I'm hoping. I'm really hoping the stinging sensation of my skin bleeding from the Band-Aids is going to stop pretty soon, because that's very uncomfortable. But so yeah, we're on our way home from Sherman, and I will see Dr. Cenero again in a month and see how I'm doing. He told me he wants me to start working up to walking 30 minutes a day, at least 3 times a week. Just kind of, build up to that. Just slowly do that. I have been walking, just going to the store or things, just getting out, just things like that. But it's really cold right now in Oklahoma. So I say really cold. Really cold for us is, 40 degrees. But it's actually in the 30s today, and it's going to get even colder for the rest of the week. So it might be a little while before I can actually get out and walk. So we'll just see how that goes. But yeah, there are times I'm still in that stage where there are a lot of times that I get down, I get depressed, and I regret doing this surgery. And it's not because it was terribly painful for me. I had pain, but I feel like I was one of the very lucky ones that it really was pretty easy for me. Didn't have a lot of nausea, didn't have a whole lot of serious pain, didn't really have the gas pain. Everyone was really surprised that I did really well like that. I was expecting something a lot worse. So it's not the physical pain that makes me regret it. It's the food addiction and trying to conquer that, and just being tired of drinking protein shakes and being tired of drinking liquids. I had been doing just protein shakes and water, but now I'm trying to add in some broth, which vegetable broth is okay. I tried the broth from ramen noodles, which I used to like. My taste buds have changed now, and I heard that could happen with a surgery, but ramen noodle broth is a no-go. It tasted completely different. All I could taste was salt, which I know is really salty anyway, but there was this really weird sweet and salty taste to it, and it just wasn't good. Last night I tried broth from chicken noodle soup, just the Campbell's chicken noodle soup, and it tasted fine, but for some reason my sleeve didn't really like it. I don't know why, but I still have it in the refrigerator, and I might try it again tonight and see how things go. But still struggling to get in the fluid, the 64 ounces of fluid a day, and struggling to get in the 60 grams of protein. It's not that I physically can't do it. It's I get tired of drinking and I don't want to drink anymore. And it's on the protein part, I don't want to drink any more of those shakes. I'm down to only being able to tolerate the chocolate Premier Protein. I used to like the vanilla. I can't do the vanilla anymore. It makes me want to gag. So I'm down to just the chocolate, and I'm sure that's going to get really old, having 2 chocolate shakes a day for the next 2 weeks. But it is what it is. I got to tough it out. But yeah, just know, for those of you who may be thinking about this surgery, or those of you who think that this surgery is the easy way out, you are very mistaken. This is the hardest thing I've ever had to do. It is incredibly hard. So just before you judge those who have this surgery, try to put yourself in their shoes and know that they are taking this drastic step to save their lives. They are doing this for their health. They're doing this to feel better. They're doing this to live longer. And they're doing it because they've tried everything else and nothing else has ever worked permanently for them. This is not a surgery that you should have just because you want to lose weight. This is a last resort type of situation. So don't think that it's the easy way out, because it's not. You still have to work, and you still have to deal with your food addiction and other underlying issues. And, you know, hopefully it'll get easier, but the food addiction is real, and it's a constant battle, and it probably will be a constant battle for the rest of my life. Even when I lose the weight that I want to lose, it will still be a battle. So anyway, that is my week 1 post-op update, and I will see you guys later. Bye.